So we have the sunlight shining down. I think that's a very good part of this piece right here. See, because the guardian angel is sending sunlight upon the girl's life to let her know that regardless of any situation, even in the most stormiest weather conditions or in the most stormiest, most rainy times in your life, there's always sunlight there to block all that stuff out. Now I was just gonna like keep it like there in the clouds, but I think that adding sunlight is such a unique part to this drawing right here. So as you can see, the sunlight is forming between them, because that's what happens when their two fingers touch. It begins to show the power within what's happening here. See, that's the magic touch. So usually I will add like a quote to this, and I think that I will. I will add a quote. I was just admiring it for what it is, because it's a really deep and very emotional and personal piece of work right here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just going to add right here, right star right here. First, let me see what this one writes. Okay, I might have to get another one. Okay, I'm just gonna add more to it real quick. It's like, so I think we're onto something here. So, because the sunlight carried her up here, so that's what we'll do. We'll make it look like the sunlight carried her up here in a very spiritual way. Sunlight kind of fades away right there a little bit. Because of course sunlight will fade away. So now it almost looks like the sunlight brought her up here to come into contact with her guardian angel. And as you can see, the guardian angel is giving her hope and faith, and the sunlight represents hope and faith. So yeah, this is a very, very, very good piece of work that I've worked on right here. I have to credit myself, or credit is due, because this is really cool actually. I've never worked on a piece this moving, this spiritual before. This is very new to me right here, working on something like this. There, wow. Wow. Yeah, this is very nice. Okay, so let's see where we can add the words to it. Let's see. Usually I add words to my stuff. Usually I do. Let me see. I have to create a really good space for it. It's probably the hardest part to the drawing, is trying to find out where I can put the words, because the words are the selling point, actually. I love to use the word. I love to use words as a representation of what the artwork is trying to say. And this is actually a pretty difficult project. This is the first time. I'm not gonna say the first time. This is actually a very difficult project to put words on. It's not intentionally. It's hard to do it with a Sharpie because I want to be very elegant. You see, I'll probably say this is the most toughest one I've done so far. So I can't think of a place to put the words, the title, and everything. Okay, so I'm just gonna shade in some more of the blue right here. Just to polish it all together. Okay, go. To be honest, though, this is actually the very first time I've ever came across a project. I've ever done a project, and I really didn't know what to write down on it. I know it's about a guardian angel. I know it's about sunlight, but this is the very first time this has actually ever happened. So I'll probably say this is a very special project, and I will think of something where to put it, where to put the words. But for now, I'll just sign my name, and we could call it a night. Right there is a good place to sign my name. Vince Logan is the name. Alright guys, I really hope that you really enjoyed this project right here. Sorry we couldn't come up with a really nice quote to say or think of a really good title for this piece of work. But I just really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I really hope that you guys learned something from this, and you guys really enjoyed the stories that I had behind it and the story of the artwork within itself. And I hope that it's been able to inspire and uplift and motivate you to continue to look for your sunlight, even in the most cloudiest and in the most dreadful and rainy, stormy places. Because a lot of times when you're going through something, when you're going through sorrow, that is the best time where your sunlight will kick in and you will see a rainbow. You just might find a pot of gold at the end of your rainbow. And for your guardian angel, they're always going to be there for you. Whether it be family, friends, or even your pets. Even pets have a very special place, hold a very special place in our hearts and our souls. But just remember that within yourself is always the best love. And with God, all things are possible. And all peace and blessings and love to everyone that's been inspired by my video and by this art piece. My name is Vince Logan, and I will be doing more videos on my art and telling more stories and more artwork. And please remember, you can also find me on TikTok as Vince Logan, on Instagram as Vince Logan 17, and on Facebook as Elijah. Actually, my name is Elijah, so on Facebook you'll probably find me as Elijah, but I also put in Vince as well because it's my artist name. And until then, peace and blessings. Love to everyone. Peace, guys. Love y'all.